Hey folks, my name is Daniela Rose and today I'll be running you through a very short and sweet practice to really just assist with getting the juices flowing throughout the body. This is a really great practice for the morning or if you feel like you need some rejuvenation during the day. So to start off with, all you'll need is a floor space. If you have a mat available, perfect. Otherwise, just finding a clear space and allowing yourself to stand up nice and tall as you allow yourself to ground down through all four corners of the feet. Maybe softening the gaze or looking down in front of you while keeping the back, the neck and the spine nice and long. Really feeling into all four corners of the feet, maybe shifting your weight around to see how that may feel. Simply turning the attention to the breath for a moment. Really pulling up from the pelvic floor, elongating through the spine, maybe allowing the shoulders to come down away from the ears, allowing the jaw to soften. Going to use 3 breaths to flush things out. So bending the knees, we inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, we flush it out, forward. Inhale, bending the knees, arms up overhead. Exhale as we flush it out, forward. Inhale, bending the knees again. And we exhale forward, really flushing it out. Coming back up strong, arms up overhead as we grab the right wrist with the left wrist with the right hand and guide it over the body to the right hand side and really try to elongate up through the spine before heading over to the right hand side because we don't want to be crunching up in this rib space here. Allowing your chest to move forward and backwards. Just feeling a beautiful stretch in that body. Inhale back through center, we're switching sides. Breathing into the right side of the ribs. Allowing yourself to shift forward and back, whatever feels right for you. Back through center, clasping opposite hands behind the back and really pulling up out of the pelvic area, elongating through the spine as we grab opposite hands behind the back, clasping the hands, placing the thumb that feels funny on top, and guiding the palms down the back body and opening up the front of the chest. Really breathing into the heart space, allowing the collarbones to broaden. Looking over to the left side if that's available to you. And then over to the right. Looking down maybe. Maybe introducing a very soft, small circle. And then without flinging the arms, slowly releasing them from behind you and allowing them to come rest by your sides. And you might feel some tingles or a little bit of prana moving through the body. Just feeling into that just for a split moment. Awesome. We're going to come down onto our knees for a quick tabletop position. Placing the hands stacked directly underneath the shoulders and the legs stacked directly underneath the hips with our knees about hip distance apart. And our back is nice and long, our belly is nice and plugged in. We inhale as we drop the belly, arching the back and drawing the sit bones up towards the sky for cow. Exhale, drawing the ribcage up towards the sky for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, drawing that ribcage up towards the sky for cat. And 2 more cycles with your eyes maybe gently closed, really ensuring that the top of the feet are grounded into the ground and you're pushing away with your hands. Looking at the breath with the movement, so inhaling for cow, exhaling for cat. On that last round, coming back to a tabletop, allowing the top of the feet to rest on the mat and really engaging that core, drawing it up towards the spine. As we spread our fingers, ensuring that we take the load out the wrists, we engage the belly as we hover our knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, spread them open, and come back into a child's pose. So really allowing your bottom to draw down towards the heels as you almost claw your hands forward, so keeping them really nice and active, clawing the hands forward as we pull the bottom back, and so we should feel this really nice stretch along the entire back body. Maybe allowing the forehead to rest down on the ground, and with every breath bringing it to the space between the shoulder blades. Every inhale, that space expands. With every exhale, you melt deeper into the ground down below you. Awesome. On the next inhale, we come back up to tabletop, curling the toes under. We peel our bottom up as we head into our first downward facing dog. Pedaling out the knees, maybe even keeping the knees bent to allow the back of the spine the lower spine to elongate. Pedaling it out. Looking towards the top of the mat, we bend the knees as we heel toe to the front of the mat, one step at a time. Coming to the front of the mat, we're all in a ragdoll, so bending the knees, clasping opposite shoulders. And the more you bend into your knees, the more you allow the lower back to soften and lengthen. Allow your head to hang heavy, maybe swaying side to side. Those of you that want to go ahead and straighten the knees, feel free to do so. Remember to bring the breath to the movement. Excellent. Dropping the hands down to the mat, we inhale, halfway lift. So placing the hands on either the thighs or the shins. Really allowing your sit bones to pull backwards energetically, as if someone's grabbing you by the hips and almost forcefully trying to pull you backwards as you're pulling forwards. That's what it should feel like energetically. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, flush it out. Inhale, bending the knees, arms up overhead. Bringing the palms up to touch as we bring them down to the heart center without trying to fidget or move or alter anything. Just staying here for a moment. Maybe twiggling the toes slightly and leaning back into the heels. We inhale into chair. So allowing our hips to really sink heavy behind us. And the knees are tracking behind the toes, not over the toes. We inhale as we stand up strong. Bending the knees, we allow the arms to float up overhead, back into that chair pose. Exhale, we stand up. Once more, we're going down into that chair pose. Inhale, arms up overhead, chair. Exhale, palms down into heart center. Staying here for a split second. Bending the knees, arms go up overhead. Exhale, palms down through center, all the way to forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Allowing our hands to rest down on the mat again. We step the right foot back as we come into a low runner's lunge with back knee down for a split moment. A really nice 90-degree angle in that front leg. Allowing the collarbone to remain nice and broad. The hips are in line with each other, so if you do need to readjust slightly, feel free to do so. Top of the foot resting nicely down on the ground. We inhale as arms come up overhead. Exhale, we swim the hands down behind us, so we're in a similar position to when we were standing. Guiding the hands down the back, we open up the chest. Allowing our hands to release, we bring them up overhead. Exhale, bringing them back down to the mat as we come back onto the toes and seesaw to the front of the mat. Both feet at the front, we're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keeping the back nice and long, the neck nice and long. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, we rise up strong. Exhale, palms down to heart center. Once more, bending the knees, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat as we step the left foot back. Bringing that knee down to the mat, showing that the front knee has a beautiful 90-degree angle and that knees are coming over the toes. As we inhale, bring the arms up overhead for a split second. Ensuring that both hip bones are radiating forward on train tracks. Exhale, hands down behind the back, placing the thumb that feels unnatural on top, guiding the chest open. Really breathing into that heart space. Exhale, releasing the hands slowly as they float up overhead. Exhale, bring our back knee up off the ground as we look forward, seesawing, and we step the left foot up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands down on the mat as we step our feet a little wider. So we come into a yogic squat. So the feet are about mat width apart. Come down into a yogic squat. So this might look like so for you. So down in kind of a froggy posture, really sinking down with the hips. Otherwise, placing the elbows on the inner part of the knee and bringing your palms to chest center to really guide the knees open. We want to be heavy and buoyant at the same time in the hips. So allow our hips to sink down as we elongate through the back and almost have a bit of buoyancy in the pose rather than just slumping into a heavy posture. We're here for 4 really nice deep breaths. Excellent. Pointing the fingers out in front of you, up overhead, engaging those butt muscles as we come up to a standing position, bringing the feet together, bringing the palms down to heart center, taking a nice couple of deep breaths. Really feeling into how that energy may have shifted with that very short and sweet sequence. And to seal the practice, folks, we bring our thumbs up to our third eye. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day/night, depending on where you are in the world, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye, folks.